got to hear what I'm saying. I'm going to give you a term today, and I want you to hold this in your heart for the rest of your life. Franchise. You heard what I said, franchise. Now, in the NBA, you got a lot of brothers riding the bench, right? And all they do is practice. They're on the practice squad. They supposed to make the starters better. Then you got guys that are on the team and they come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And we're not talking about the 6th man off the bench, right? We got guys, 10th man, 11th man. They just come in and get a couple fouls. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm gearing my message, the first one, I'm gearing the first series to my men because you franchise, baby. Do you understand that? You franchise. So the first thing I need you to do if you franchise is I need you to understand this concept. It's a simple concept. It's called ownership. I need you to take ownership. So this is what I'm telling you, fellas. I'm not saying that your wife don't have a responsibility. I'm not saying she don't have a part to play in your marriage. But what I'm telling you is I'm talking to franchise. I'm talking to my #1 draft pick. I'm talking to my #1 player. When the Lakers ain't doing right, they don't go to Odom. Right? When the Lakers not doing right, they ain't tripping on, Brown. What is he doing? What he not? They going to Kobe Bryant. Why? Because he franchised. He's the #1 player. And when you the #1 player, when you the franchise, when you got drafted #1 in the NBA pick, #2, #3, #4, there are things that they expect out of you. And when, guess what? All right, so let me just put it like this, right? They got these stats. I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but they got these stats that when Kobe's not in the game, right? When LeBron was in Cleveland and he wasn't in the game, they got some stats that's called what's the percentage of that team winning when that person is out. And I'm going to tell you something. When you take franchise out the game, baby, when you take franchise out the game, it's a total different game. And there are some teams that have the ability to win, but they can't beat 500 teams when franchise is out. When franchise is in the game, I told you before, man, Michael Jordan, man, I had a chance to watch Mike play. I'm talking about the Knicks would be up. You got other teams that would be up on Mike, right? They beating the Chicago Bulls, and somewhere around fourth quarter, Mike would always take about 2-3 minute rest. He come back with 6 minutes left, and Mike just do that. You can hear brrr. That's right, you heard your boy E.T. Mike grab him, put the take it off, come to the box. I'm ready to get in. Mike get in, change the whole game. The Knicks could be up by 10 points. Once MJ came in, you could double team him. You could triple team him. He would take it to the hole. He would shoot the 18-footer, the 16-footer. You couldn't stop him. And Chicago won 3, and when he was out, they couldn't win it all. When Mike came back in, they won it all. Why? Because franchise was in the game. And I'm telling you, if as men, I'm not talking about your wife. I'm not talking about what she doing or what she not doing right now. I need you to take ownership. I'm talking about franchise. What is franchise doing? And if franchise is in the game, it's a total different game. When Eric Thomas is doing what he's supposed to do in my house, I don't have to worry about my wife's attitude. I don't have to worry about what my wife is doing or what my wife is not doing. She followed my lead. And I told you, I lost 25, 30 pounds working out. We talking about a 30-plus day diet. We talking about working out. We talk about making it happen. And guess what? I quit at the end of the 30 days. 31, 32, your boy said, I lost my weight. I'm ready to do my thing. My daughter says she going 3 months. My wife says she going 2 months. But guess what? Carl, guess what? When your boy E.T. stopped the diet, guess what happened? My daughter stopped the diet. My wife stopped the diet. When I stopped cooking, when I stopped coming to the house like, yo, let's go downstairs and work it out. When I got off my diet, when I got off the program, guess what? They got off the program. I'm still running. I'm still working out. But when I quit, they quit. What am I saying? When franchise in the game, he dunking, putting up points, making it happen. Guess what? Everybody else plays better. When franchise is where he's supposed to be, doing what he's supposed to do, how he's supposed to do it, and he all up in his creativity, he making it work. Everybody in the house benefits. Everybody is better when we're where we're supposed to be. As a matter of fact, man, I ain't trying to get religious on y'all, man, but I remember a preacher talking about when Adam and Eve was in the garden and some stuff went wrong. Man, I don't know if you read it. But I read it for myself after I heard Pastor Doggy talk about it. I read it for myself, and I went and looked, and it was right there. Eve was the one, according to the word, that was dealing with the serpent. But when God came back, he didn't ask where Eve was. He didn't ask where the serpent was. He asked where franchise. He wanted to know where franchise was. Why? Because when he created franchise, he just didn't speak it into existence. He got down on his hands and his knees and he said, let us create franchise in our own image and in our own likeness. So he got down, he made it he took different liberties when he made franchise, and he formed franchise into his own identity, and then he breathed his breath into his nostrils. See, franchise was who he was, a part of his character. So there was a different responsibility. There was a different level of responsibility. So he didn't call Eve because Eve came from Adam. He wasn't dealing with the serpent the way he dealt with Adam. He said, Adam, where art thou? Where are you, franchise? There were certain responsibilities I placed on you. There were certain expectations I had for you. There was a certain level of accountability between the two of us. Franchise, where are you, franchise? And I ask you the question, where are you, franchise? I want to read some statistics to you, right? I got to read these statistics to you because I want you to see how deep this thing is. This is what happened when franchise ain't where he's supposed to be. And we're not just talking about marriages right now, all right? We talking about families now. You heard what your boy E.T. said, no more drama. And look what happens when franchise is not where he's supposed to be. I mean, this thing is so critical. When franchise is not in the home, when franchise is not doing what he's supposed to do, watch what it says. It says 63% of youth, that's right, who commit suicide are from fatherless homes. Listen to me, 90% of all homeless and runaway children come from fatherless homes. Listen to me, 85% of all children that exhibit behavioral disorders come from fatherless homes. 80% of rapists motivated with displaced anger come from fatherless homes. 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. 75% of all adolescent patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes. 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions come from fatherless homes. And 85% of all youth sitting in prison grew up in a fatherless home. Franchise. And you ask me? What if my wife ain't treating me right? What if my wife is being evil? What if my wife is being mean? Franchise. We're not talking about your wife right now. Not that wives are not important, but I'm talking to my husbands. When the husband is not where he's supposed to be, when daddy is not where he's supposed to be, look what happens to society. When daddy's not in his rightful place, kids don't do as well in school. When daddy's not at home, kids commit suicide. When daddy's not at home, they become rape victims. When daddy's not at home, they have mental disorders. When daddy's not at home, Adam, where are you? You say to me, Eric Thomas, what about my wife? I ask, what about you, franchise? You the #1 draft, franchise. Without you, we will never win the championship. Without you, we'll never be great. Yep, you're right. When the baseball team loses, they put it on the picture. They don't talk about the fact that my man is shortstop, he dropped the ball. They don't talk about the fact that homeboy struck out. It's on the picture. In football, when they lose, they talk about the quarterback. They don't talk about the fact that the receiver dropped the ball. They put it on the quarterback. Yep, too much is given, much is required. But I'm telling you this, if franchise is where he's supposed to be, doing what he's supposed to do, if he takes ownership, if he stops saying, well, this person ain't this and this person ain't that, and I grew up like this and this wasn't fair, and life ain't fair, and franchise, if you get where you're supposed to be and do what you're supposed to do, we can win it. So I'm challenging all my fathers. I'm challenging you, daddy, get back in your kids' life. I dare you. I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to pick your kids up from school. I'm challenging you to go to school and eat lunch with them. This ain't just about your marriage. This is about a family. And there's too much drama in our homes. It's too much drama in our homes because daddy ain't there. I challenge you to help your kids with their homework. I challenge you to be in their lives. I challenge you not just to make good money. I challenge you not just to buy them clothes. I challenge you not to buy them just Xbox and PSP. I challenge you to stop giving them presents and give them your presence. I challenge you. I challenge you to be there for your wife, even when she ain't acting like she's supposed to act. Even when she ain't doing what she's supposed to do. I challenge you, franchise, to triple-double it. I challenge you to put up 30. I challenge you to put up 15 rebounds. I challenge you to get 10 steals. I challenge you to get 10 assists. I challenge you to get a triple W. I challenge you to be the all-star you were created to be. I challenge you to be who God called you to be. I challenge you to be the best that you could be. Because if husbands, if we get where we're supposed to be, fathers, if we do what we're supposed to do, we can make a difference. Once again, it's your boy E.T. and I'm passionate. Why? I'm passionate because my father wasn't in my life. I'm passionate because I went through some stuff I shouldn't have gone through had my father been where he was supposed to be. I challenge you. I challenge you. I challenge you to take full responsibility. I challenge you to stop playing the blame game. I challenge you to stop pointing fingers because you heard it. When you point one at somebody else, you're pointing 3 back at yourself. I challenge you. I challenge you. Hey, marriage is still a great idea. Marriage is still a great institution. And so I challenge you. Hey, if it ain't in the box, I challenge you to put it in the box. Again, it's your boy E.T. Man, thank you so much for tuning into another edition of Thank God I'm Married.